the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.
The role of a woman in the society is to submit. Birth control are the pills of the devil. Education is so fundamental to the development of a people. Hang murderers. Simple as that. What am I voting for? Voting will change nothing.
Tout le monde haïtien, como ye. God save the Queen.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. I'm a Justice of the Peace here on the island of New Providence. I'm also a member of the Holy Roman Catholic Church. My spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll, is in the house. Bradley, praise the Lord, you are here with me.
Thank you, Mr. Monka.
I welcome you
The Freedom March. Yes, sir.
It is like if you're doing a national service.
Yes, anything for country, Mr. Monka.
This is powerful.
Anything for country.
Well, today, the Free National Movement has finally announced their boards. It's powerful that my member of parliament, Shannon Dawn Cartwright, he's been given a juicy board. May the people of all of St. Barnabas, particularly my community of Black Village and Big Pond, your MP has public parks and beach, so he could give out lots of contract to clean the graveyard, to clean the road, to do the parks. He got plenty things. So it's going to be interesting. I'm also out to show you that finally Minnis has acknowledged that he's had that contract. You remember the contract I told you Papa say? That Minnis was in a conflict. Well, the Minister of Health is on the front page of the Nassau Guardian talking about it. So we're going to look at that. And then we're going to look at all the boards. And I'm going to demonstrate to you that the FNM is corrupt. Am I something, that I say I'm going to demonstrate to you? I can show you all that the FNM ain't better than the PLP. In fact, the FNM is worse. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how they ain't give Reverend McAlpine nothing. And my God, he's the MP for Pine Ridge. And the people of Grand Bahama need job. I can show you. I can show you how dishonest the FNM is today. I can produce the evidence. And I can show you how, if you don't watch this government, they will continue to do gangsterism. Lord, I ask you that when I produce this document, let this not be fraudulent. So, Lord, because my credibility is at stake. So, Lord, I beg you, let this document be true so that I could show the whole country that you better keep your eyes on the FNM, because I have the evidence that they are crooks and gangsters. That's a serious allegation. And when I leave from here, I am going to look for the anti-corruption unit. I'm going to, because I'm a Justice of the Peace, appointed by Papa. Papa, I ask you wherever you are to pray for me that the evidence I produce on this TV is true. And anybody give me fraudulent documents, I'm going to report them to the police, because I am the Justice of the Peace. This is Freedom March. I am on the move to prove that the FNM is guilty.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live on ILTV here in Nassau, Bahamas. My name is Rodney Monker. I'm joined in studio by my spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll. Bradley, today I'm going to take a dangerous journey in accusing the government of the Bahamas of a crime. And I need you to pray for me so that God will guide my thoughts, that I will be given wisdom, and that the document that I shall produce to the nation will not destroy my credibility, because the only thing I have is my good name. Please pray, my spiritual advisor.
Let us bow in prayer. Most gracious and eternal Father, we are so thankful to you for this day. Another lovely day that you've blessed us with here in the Bahamas. And we want to say thanks to you for this beautiful country, the Bahamas, we call home. And for our government, Father, we pray that you would bless and keep them, that they may govern the country in a fitting manner. And for Mr. Monker and Freedom March, we say a special prayer, Father. Whatever it is that Mr. Monker says on this show, Father, to the Bahamas, Father, we pray that you that he would season his speech with salt, so that he may know how he ought to answer every man. And whatever he produces, Father, I pray that it may not be fraudulent, Father, and that he may speak truth to the nation. These favors and blessings we ask in your Son, Jesus Christ, our Lord. Amen.
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 My spiritual advisor, I thank you for a wonderful prayer. And, well, the politics is becoming extremely interesting. You would recall that opposition leader Philip Brave Davis wrote the Prime Minister requesting a meeting to discuss the FNM's new method of Nazism, in which they have been pursuing PLP supporters, PLP former parliamentarians, and bringing charges. Dr. Minnis has finally answered, and he has indicated that he is not willing to meet. And so that is a new development as Dr. Minnis increases the pressure on the opposition PLP. And you no doubt would have heard me read yesterday that Philip Brave Davis drew to Minnis's attention, and I say it in that context when he spoke at a PLP branch meeting day before yesterday, and he raised the question about whether or not Minnis, or whether or not how would Minnis deal with it, my words, if the PLP were to present to the Anti-Crime Commission the fact that Minnis has had this contract. Remember the contract? I told you all from day one that prior to 2007, Minnis had a lawful contract with the government of the Bahamas. Then he was elected in 2007. And Mr. Ingram, upon appointing Dr. Minnis Minister of Health, he told Minnis to divest of the contract. Minnis never divested and continued to give himself a contract. But today, in an interesting turn of fate, the Nassau Guardian reports. Now, why you all have the Nassau Guardian in here? Y'all give me Nassau Guardian every day. I keep suspecting that some of y'all in here is F&M. Where is the front page of the Nassau Guardian? Goodness of mercy. Anyway, I don't know what they did with the Nassau Guardian front page. But the Nassau Guardian has an interesting story where Dr. Dwayne Sands, who is the Minister of Health, has announced that Dr. Minnis had gotten rid of the contract sometime perhaps in 2007. But notwithstanding, watch how slick our Prime Minister is, notwithstanding that he is purported to have gotten rid of the contract in 2007, he continued to maintain a lease. You see how slick these people are? A lease on a month-to-month basis. Now, under the Constitution of the Bahamas, whatever Dr. Minnis call it, whether or not he calls it a contract or a lease, he needs a resolution of the Parliament to make that legitimate. He has none. He's violated the Constitution. Only me has been pursuing him and pointing out consistently that he has violated the Constitution. Now, I don't know what they did with these newspaper, but they bring me the newspaper minus the Guardian front page. All right? So when we take the break, I'll find that newspaper so I could go into further detail. So, Minnis now is beginning to say that he getting rid of the thing, the contract, the lease, and that the public hospital authority will soon move out of his building. But Minnis, it's too late. Your name is going to be put at the top of the corruption list because that has to be investigated since you are purporting to fight corruption. Today, in the newspaper, Minnis has appointed a bunch of commission. And I can tell you all something. They think I'm stupid, but I ain't stupid. I am one of the prince of Black Village. Ain't too many people could trick me. Finally, management bring it. You all better stop this between the F and himself. There's a young man in there. I always suspect he was the F&M. I used to see him at F&M rally. I come in here and I tell them I got a bombshell, and next thing I know, they hide the front page of the Nassau Guardian. I don't like these things, man. So Bart's better bring some PLP in here to counter these F&Ms. All right? So, here on the front page of the Nassau Guardian, my doctor, Dr. Sands, I still sick, eh? I ain't gonna say nothing bad with you. But Dr. Minnis, I'm gonna veil his backside. Sands, Public Hospital Authority to move facility from PM's building. But my God, look how long Hubert Ingram told Dr. Minnis to do it. He told him to do it from 2007. And for 10 years, 5 of which Minnis maintained a contract under a public hospital authority of which he was in charge. You think Mr. Brown is foolish not to pay Dr. Minnis his money on time? You got to take care of the chief first. But that's corruption. By whatever name, that's corruption. And this is a matter that must be referred to the corruption unit. Okay? And I'm just annoyed. Health Minister, this is the Guardian, Dr. Dwayne Sands, said yesterday, although the contract between the Public Hospital Authority and Start Care, that's Minnis Place, a company beneficially owned, listen to it, by Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis, has been terminated. You hear what they say? Say it's terminated. The Public Hospital Authority Rehabilitation Center and Neurodevelopmental Clinic still operates in Dr. Minnis' Start Care building to date. Remember, I've been telling that to y'all consistently. And then Philip Brave Davis, when he spoke at Yamacraw, he threw it in Minnis' face. Minnis now feeling the pressure is cussing them out and say, y'all get out of my building. But meanwhile, for the last 10 years, there was a month-to-month contract. They think I'm stupid. I can tell you all something. I'm one of the smartest justices of the peace here in the Bahamas. And I know exactly what y'all are doing. All right? So that must go to the corruption unit. And I can tell you on another thing. Minnis name a bunch of board and committee. And they think I'm stupid. So as soon as I got it, I started doing a research. And I could prove today that the Minister of National Security, Marvin James, ain't know what he doing. Marvin, I'm disappointed in you. Because you went away to university. Don't you know that you're dealing with crooks in the F&M? You ought to know that, Marvin. I told you long time. Papa told me who the crooks were. Papa said some was in the PLP and plenty in the F&M. And so why you drop your hand? Huh? I can prove today the crooks. All right? I can take my slow time, but I can prove it. That spiritual advisor, I finished with you. I can give you a document signed by a government official that will demonstrate that the FNM is corrupt. And if you don't read it, I finished with you
Yeah,
today.
but Mr. Monken,
Because, listen to me, it is lawful. I'm a justice of the peace.
Okay.
I can determine if documents are lawful. And if I tell you the document is lawful, I will not betray you on national
Live TV. Right. So
I'm not gonna do that.
I'm hoping that
All right?
when you proceed, that you proceed under the law. Make sure that you don't break.
Who is the
any-
justice of the peace?
Well, you are.
Who is the justice of the peace?
You don't want to get yourself in any position.
I can't get myself
Okay,
in
well-
any trouble unless
Okay.
the government is corrupt.
Now you know there's some serious words to
I am 60. I'm 60.
just be careful when you talk about the government being corrupt. Just make
I
sure.
have the evidence.
Okay, well.
I have the
well,
evidence.
That's all I'm saying.
I
That's
have
all
the
I'm saying.
evidence. Do you believe that I have the evidence if I say
If
so?
you got the evidence, Mr. Munn can produce it.
I shall.
Okay.
Slowly.
All right.
I want to sweat the FNM. I call on the PLP to take note today. Call somebody. FNMs, call somebody. Because I have the evidence of what the FNM is doing. You don't think you all can fool me, eh? But Papa told me long time who the crooks were. And I can produce it on national TV. Now let's look. Take my time and produce it.
Okay.
All right? I don't know. Only ministers know what NP mean. NP?
NPO, it's a medical term.
I don't know what that is. I
Yeah,
hope it ain't abortion.
No.
I hope.
It's a medical term.
Well, I don't know. And I hope it ain't boy control bills.
NPO, no.
I don't know what NPO. All I know is what NO is. NO is no. And NP is New Providence.
NPO is
But the
a med-
paper got one definition. But y'all don't distract me. I need to first go to the constituency of what is the name of my constituency?
Penny Grandson?
St. Barnabas.
St. Barnabas, sorry. St. Barnabas.
Where
okay.
my member of parliament is the Honorable Shenandoah Cartwright.
Right, right.
Shenandoah has been named a chairman of a juicy committee. All right? And I want the people them to know that he has been named. Goodness me, I can't find Shenandoah number. I'll find it. If you look in the Nassau Guardian and or the Tribune today, you will see the government notices. And you go to column or article 89, which deals with the appointment of the Public Parks and Public Beaches Authority. The chairman of that is the Honorable Shenandoah Cartwright. He's the MP for St. Barnabas. Shenandoah will be responsible for all public beaches and parks and playgrounds and the voyages along the road. So there's lots of contracts there because they have fired all the Negroes who had the jobs prior to the general election. Ali, my neighbor in Black Village, you is a strong FNM. You married my first cousin, so I need you to take good care of her. Go see our MP, Shenandoah. Let him know how hard you work, and let him know it's the people's time. All right? I got to start with you, Ali, because you married my first cousin, and I need to make sure that you get straight. Now, Shenandoah has a secret number, and I have it. Okay? If you live in St. Barnabas, Shenandoah Cartwright got all kind of contract. His number, 813-1635. I repeat, Shenandoah Cartwright. He is the chairman of the Public Parks and Public Beaches Authority. All he got is plenty contract to give out. His number, 813-1635. If he ducks you on that number, call his constituency office. And the number is 603-4200. 603-4200. One more time. Shenandoah the MP for St. Barnabas. He got juicy contract to give out. His number, 813-1635 or 603-4200. Call him. I also understand that 603-4200 is also his fax line. So fax him. You hear me? Fax him. Fax him. All right? And all he got is juicy contract. You take it from me. And Shenandoah, I live in Black Village, in your constituency. I only want to be in charge of cleaning up the public pump in Black Village. All right? I need a little contract. I ain't want much, you know, a little $20 every now and then. Okay? So that's one. Now, we go to the Public Disclosure Commission, where Miles Monroe, he has now been formally appointed the chairman. And Greg Colley. I'll tell you how ministers and those are very disrespectful. Who is Greg Colley? Is he referring to Bishop Gregory Colley? Minister ain't got no respect but Greg Colley. He means Bishop Gregory Colley. But they ain't got respect for black people because they don't like us. Don't mind they black. They don't like Negro people. And then, of course, there is the Reverend T.G. Morrison. What T means, what G means. You see how incompetent they are? You should tell us what T.G. means. All right? Then, when you examine what is taking place, they certainly does not have respect for poor black people. But I'm happy that the commission has been appointed because I'm going to sue them. All right? Although you can't blame them because Bishop Colley just being appointed. Miles was there. That's Mr. Miles LaRoda. So we are in trouble. All right? I know Bishop Colley very well. When I was faced with social and political persecution, he and the saints of his church sent for me, where they anointed me with holy oils, and they prayed for me. Bishop Colley, it is me who menace is falsely pursuing and accusing me of not disclosing. Bishop, I know you an F&M. You're a saved man. I demand justice. There's a freedom march. There's all kinds of skullduggery taking place. I have evidence to show that the F&M is corrupt. And I'm going to the corruption unit today when I produce the evidence. This is Freedom March. I'll be right back after the break.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. Views and comments expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live on ILTV here in Nassau, Bahamas. My name is Rodney Monker. My spiritual advisor is Bradley Roll.
Thank you, Senator.
Thousands of supporters of the Free National Movement are excited today because many of the boards have been appointed. But I say to supporters of the F&M, listen, you all know me better than Dr. Minnis. So listen to me. This board is full of trick and skullduggery. The board is full of trick. And I got the evidence to show you how many of them are full of dirty trick. But when I leave from here, I go into the anti-corruption unit because I am one of Her Majesty's Justices of the Peace. I want to look at another board that Dr. Minnis has appointed. It is called the Anti-Doping Commission. An examination of that board My sources tell me that many of the Negroes who are on it, they don't know who they are. I have also been advised that as it relates to the Anti-Doping Commission, it is a technical board which requires advanced training in order for the members to be efficient. Clearly, Sports Minister Michael Pintard is pussyfooting. He can't be serious. Michael, you had something to do with the board? Listen, man, it's anti-doping. All right? I don't care who in the F&M believe in smoking grass. All right? I say, as it relates to our athletes, it goes against the international sports agreement where we want athletes participating and not on any dope. What kind of anti-doping commission this is? Huh? What y'all doing? I suspicious. I don't trust y'all because as I examine these boards, I see skullduggery, and I'm going to go to the anti-corruption unit. I don't know who in charge, but I'm going. So I just want to point out to the F&M that Michael them playing. It's anti-doping, eh? I don't care who used to smoke dope when they was young. I believe you shouldn't smoke dope for a couple of reasons. You might get lung cancer. That's one. And then it's against the law. That's two. The people of Centerville ought to be excited because Reese Chipman, he has been named, I told you, as chairman of the Antiquities, Monuments, and Museum Board. Well, you had a prime minister. Here is a Negro male who defeated Prime Minister Perry Christie and menaced with the jealous self. Look how we reward him. A man who defeats a prime minister ought to be named to the cabinet. From this lousy board, Reese Chipman wouldn't be able to hardly hire anybody. All right? So the F&M has betrayed him. Can you imagine? Reese Chipman, a certified chartered accountant, my spiritual advisor.
Yes, yes.
And instead of ministers appointing him to the Bahamas Development Bank, and we all know that the Bahamas Development Bank is for pork barrel politics. You got one F&M supporter who say he need $5,000 to $10,000. You send him down there to get his little $5,000 or $10,000. You got one Conky Joe down in Long Island who comes up with an agricultural plan. He's been a good F&M. You send him down there to see the chairman, to help him to get it. That's the reality. But Chapman, ministers give him monument and antiquities and give Lyndon Nen, who ain't got no seat. Nobody voted for Lyndon Nen. All right? Nobody. But instead of giving Reese that, instead of giving John Chapman grandson, the Bahamas Development Bank, where all kind of Negroes from Centerville could go there to get their little money, to get their little loan. Ministers give it to Lyndon Nen. It's amazing. This thing here ain't right. But y'all had a prime minister and y'all going after the shadow. Now Reese can't do nothing for y'all. Nothing. Okay? We go to Mark Humes. Mark Humes is an intellectual extraordinaire. All right? What does minister give Mark? Mark is a professor in English language and English literature. He's the member of parliament for Fort Charlotte. He can't do nothing for the people of Fort Charlotte. Because if you are an elected representative of the people, you need a ministry or a board where you could do your little pork barrel politics, where you could give little jobs, little contract. Look what he gave Mark. Mark is the chairman of the Bahamas Agricultural and Food Safety Authority. What the heck they mean by that? Huh? What they mean? Tony, who live in Fort Charlotte, he can't get no job. Can't. Mark can't do nothing for him because minister ain't fair. So that's one. Now it's interesting to know that Tommy Tynquist has been appointed chairman of Bahamas Air Holding Limited. I'm doing a forensic investigation into Tommy, so I'm going to leave Tommy for the time being. Okay? I like Tommy, but I'm doing some investigation, and I'm waiting for Sister Woman to report. So we're going to leave Tommy for the time being. Reverend Miriam Emanuel. She's the member of parliament for Michael. And I can leave Sister Miriam alone for the time being. But it is interesting to note that Sister Miriam's husband, Pastor Leroy Emanuel, and their son are on the same committee. Minister, that's nepotism. If you put the father on a committee, why you need a second Leroy Emanuel? Minister got two for the price of one. Y'all thought I ain't see it. I'm suspicious, but I love Emmanuel and his wife, so I can pretend like I don't understand the mystery. It's amazing. Father and son, two Emmanuel,
On the
two
same
Leroy,
on the same board?
on the same board.
Okay.
Candy know, but Candy ain't fair. She knows it. Okay? Now, would you believe that crookedness is going on? I'm going to show the PLP what kind of man I am. Because ministers and the F&M are appointing dead people. You hear me? Dead people. Now I ain't got time to search the names of all these hundreds of people. But my spiritual advisor, I want you to look at this death and tell me who is dead. Because, ministers, I am taking this to the corruption unit. Why is the F&M appointing dead people? D-E-A-D, dead. Mr. Producer, bring me the second death certificate. Read it, my spiritual advisor, and put the camera on.
So, Mr. Monka, in my hand, I have a certified copy of a death.
Put the camera on the spiritual advisor.
Yeah. I have a copy of a certified copy of a death certificate in the death registration department.
When is it dated?
This here is dated July the 26th, 2017.
Which day is July the 26th, 2017?
That's today's date.
Good.
Okay, so we're on the same page. All right, death certificate number 573.
Now put the camera on the
9,
two of us
6.
because this is a blow up of the death certificate. Can the people see it? Put the camera on the me and the spiritual advisor. This here. I want to show the F&M. Y'all can see it? All right, I want the F&M. Read my spiritual advisor.
All right, it says deceased information. Surname, Williamson. First name, Mildred. Middle name, E. Citizenship, the Bahamas. Sex, female. Age, 78 years. Date of birth, 29th of May, 1937. Date of death, 19th of December, 2015.
Stop! My God! How much dead people is the F&M naming? I ain't got time to search all of them. Go ahead, my spiritual advisor.
Marital status, married.
Don't call the husband name.
Okay, I won't do that. Address,
Don't call the address.
Okay.
Just say what island.
Okay. District, Nassau. Island, New Providence. Country, the Bahamas.
No! Go ahead, my spiritual advisor.
Cause of death.
Don't say it.
Okay. I certify that the above stated particulars are true to the best of my knowledge and belief. The funeral director is Rest View Memorial Mortuary. Anything else you want me to say?
When did Miriam die?
It says the 19th of December 2015.
The F&M are a bunch of crooks. You hear me? Miriam has been named to one of the committee them.
So where's this sheet with the appointment?
You're doubting me, my spiritual
Let
advisor?
me see the evidence, man. You want to make sure you do this correctly, right?
Yes. Yes, my spiritual advisor. Let me see if I can find it. You can't hear me? Goodness me. Send somebody to fix it then. How's it now? Great. My spiritual advisor
Mildred E.
is
Williamson.
asking me to produce the appointment.
Right.
Very well, my spiritual advisor. I shall produce it. Okay? First of all, before you look at it, okay? Let's see. Keep talking, spiritual advisor, because I have to find it. I have to find it.
Okay.
Keep talking.
So yeah, it is a certified copy of the
Yes.
of a debt registered under the Debts and Registration Department. I'm trying to find something else here.
Okay, my spiritual advisor. Before you go to before you identify the board, I want you to read these things here, and then you come down here where I have the first X and the number 2, and then you read it. All right?
All right. I was looking at the cost of debt. Okay, what you want me to read now?
Read that.
It says Boards and Committees, 2017. The persons listed here under have been appointed members of statutory boards of committee for the period of the 1st of July 2017 to the 30th of June 2018 unless otherwise indicated.
Now I want you
All right.
to go to where I
Okay.
name everybody on that board. Call the board.
All right.
Go
Here
ahead.
we have it. Now, let's make sure I do this
You see it?
properly. All right. The Advisory Committee on the Prerogative of Mercy.
Oh no, my spiritual
You
advisor.
say read all, right?
No.
Okay.
You misunderstood me.
I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Okay.
Which one me to read?
Let me see. Keep talking. Now, it is number 2. Take your time, and if you can't pronounce those words, you shouldn't have gone to St. Augustine. Take your
Number
time.
2. Now, you see, you put this orange thing on this. Okay. Advisory Committee on Cooperative Development.
Advisory Committee
On Cooperative Development.
Name everybody from the top.
Now, Mr. Rudy Sawyer. He's the chairman.
Yes.
Mr. Cecil Smith. He's the deputy chairman.
Yes.
Mr. Dylan Smith, Mr. Errol Brown, Francis Sawyer, Mr. Ian Knowles, Miss Pauline Williams, Miss Eris Moncur, Miss Mildred Williamson.
Stop.
Now,
Is Mildred Williamson dead?
the only technicality I see here, right? I'm not trying to be let me just say this.
My spiritual
The death certificate says Mildred E. Williamson, right?
Right.
And this here says Mildred Williamson.
She is dead.
This the same person?
It's the same person.
All right.
So, I want the PLP. I ain't got no money. I spent all my little money today tracking this down. And now I have the evidence that the F&M is corrupt. They know Mildred dead. When she died?
The 19th December 2015, Mr. Munker.
19 or
Of
the
December.
20?
The 19th. See? DOD.
19
The
of
19th
December,
of December 2015.
2015.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And now, almost 2 years later, the F&M has put a dead supporter on as appointed. How much of these people are dead? When I told y'all the FNM was a bunch of crooks, y'all don't want to believe me.
I know this name, Eris Monca.
Eris is my cousin.
Okay.
He's alive.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
But we're talking about Sister Mildred. Sister Mildred is dead. Why minister doing this? How much of these people are dead? And I ain't looking for no more because it's too much work. I only do it because I'm billing a case for the corruption unit.
Okay.
Put the camera here one more time so that the people them can see. They can see it? Yeah. Here it is. This, I blow up the death certificate. This cost me all kind of little money to blow this up because I know these F&M listening to me. Y'all can soon say she ain't dead. She's still alive. All right? Getting corrupt. So who all? I want every member who's been appointed to show up. Y'all go to the Tribune and prove y'all is alive. All right?
So, Mr. Monca, is this a mistake or corruption? What do you
It's
call it?
corruption. Remember a principle I taught you, my spiritual advisor. What did I tell you? I say when you see educated people acting stupid, doing stupid things, you must ask yourself, what are they up to?
Yeah, okay.
Because Marvin Daines fall down on the job. Marvin was supposed to have the security and intelligence branch check out every Negro listed. Now, all ministers got is dead people. All right? But I ain't got time to look for
How did you stumble across this?
You know who I am?
How did you do that?
I'm Rodney Monca. I looked at it and I started looking for fault. I said to myself, the F&M is also corrupt. Right? I started from that premise. Then I remember the things Papa said to me. Papa said, always watch them. And so I took on Papa personification.
Okay, so who's in charge of appointing these boards?
Menace.
All right, so now what you do is you send a letter to the Prime Minister.
I'm not sending him a letter.
this
I'm
information.
sending this to the corruption
No,
unit.
no, send a letter to the Prime Minister and ask him if he is aware that this person is dead.
Menace gotta know.
I mean, do it. That's
Listen to me.
correct
Gotta know.
protocol. Send a letter to the office of the Prime
Man,
Minister.
I'm not sending
with
Menace
this
any letter.
information. Huh?
No, sir.
No, why don't you do that?
No.
It's called correct protocol. Do
Listen
that.
to me. I'm sending it to the anti-corruption unit. All right? Menace, draw back. Leave me alone so I don't have to hide and I wouldn't expose no more corruption. All right? But if you keep coming behind me, I'm going to have to show that y'all are corrupt. You have the death certificate?
Yeah.
Is
I
it
have
certified?
It is certified.
You see the seal?
I see the seal on it.
Okay. Well,
And this seal is from the Registrar General Office.
okay. So there it is. Let me look at it again.
Well, I can't
Why work
question
hard?
that.
I work hard. You know? I work hard. My God. She died en route to the Princess Margaret Hospital, Shirley Street. Okay? And although the F&M know she dead, they continue to do nonsense. Got her on the board. Huh? Mildred, may she rest in peace. I'm so sorry I have to bring your name up, but you can't blame me. His menace and his incompetency. All right? Listen to me. If you know the corruption the F&M is doing, see this whole game of prosecuting the PLP, why it's like firing scatter bullet. So every time they fire a bullet, the PLP has to dodge. And while the PLP is dodging, the F&M is grabbing the cookie. Man, they corrupt.
So this individual has been dead more than 18 months.
Man, listen. They been to the funeral.
That's what, 2015, right?
Yes. They been to the funeral.
Yeah.
Huh? I ain't understand what this mean. For y'all to have gone to the funeral, the memorial, and my God, y'all didn't remember? Bunch of gangsters. Huh? I don't know what this is. It's making
The
me
only
so hard.
thing I make it come up with, Mrs. Monca, is that this list may not be an updated one. and was printed to the papers in error. That's the only.
My spiritual advisor stopped taking up for
No,
them.
I'm just saying
because
there's a possibility
that's-
that this list may
That's the
not be.
Tribune. What paper that is?
This is the Tribune, yeah. This
What
is the
that
Tribune.
is?
The Tribune.
Okay.
You're the Guardian?
Well, if the Tribune made a mistake,
Then the Guardian made the same
right?
mistake too?
Let's see if the Guardian make the same mistake.
Mm-hmm.
All right? See, I know Candia. Candia's F&M. Whatever the F&M give her, she can carry it. So that's the Tribune.
Mm-hmm.
The Tribune will never lie on the F&M. See this one right here? Tell me what that is. Huh? All the F&M
this
doing.
Boards and Committee 2017, this is the Nassau Guardian.
Okay.
All right, Miss Mildred Williamson name is here as well. On
Her
the
name there
advisory,
too?
yeah, the Advisory Committee on Cooperative Development.
My God.
All right.
More corruption, eh? The PLP, you all got resources. My little couple of dollars, I got to find little things to fix my roof. All right? I got
Well,
to find things.
you got it, Mr. Monka. It's nothing I can say on that one.
So it looks certified?
Well, you look like you're 100% correct.
Do you see the seal?
I see everything.
See my
The
spiritual
evidence is
advisor?
there.
Put your finger right there.
Yeah, I see it.
You feel
The
it?
raise. Yes, I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
It looked like fraud?
No, man.
Huh?
Now, this is a copy of the certified copy. Where,
This is a certified copy. Feel
one
the
here?
seal did. This here is the copy.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I had them blow it up because I know the F&M is lie. All right? And to the Registrar General, do not allow the F&M to come there and delete that death certificate. Okay?
Well, it's too late now.
I don't know if it's too late. These people ain't safe. What you mean it's too late? They ain't safe. They're not safe.
Well, Mr. Monkey, you've left me speechless, eh?
Well, my spiritual advisor. Why would I lie on my
No,
body?
well, one thing I say about you, you're a man of truth.
Yeah.
And this is one of the reasons why I stick on your side.
Yeah.
Because I know
When I saw
you say certain things,
the name.
Yeah, your evidence is be right.
I-
The facts be correct.
I said, now I might not be able to spell Mildred. So I saw one young man and I said, sir, don't get upset. Can you spell Mildred for me? He spelled Mildred.
Is it Mildred or Mildred? Mildred.
It's
M-I-
capital M-I-L-D-R-E-D.
Mildred.
Dead. D-E-A-D. Dead. Bunch
Well-
of gangsters. Y'all better check the board. Check this board. All right? The only one of them I show off is alive is my MP. Shannon Daw.
So this is just one of the things that we need to look at in our government, because now you start to ask yourself the question,
Daddy,
all right?
I'm about to
Let's-
create
let's-
a diplomatic
Yeah.
problem for them.
Let's see if we could think along the lines where government probably paying salaries, and in this case, to people who are dead.
Well, I didn't say that.
You
All
know?
I say
It's a possibility that checks are
that
being
Menace is appointing members from the grave. And that's wicked. That's graveyard dirt. That's obia. That's witchcraft. Witchcraft. All these living people, menace them so mean. They appoint dead people. Huh? All these living people. But I got it. All right? And see, Menace, you could run, but you can't hide. Marvin can't help you because Marvin isn't doing his job. Marvin was supposed to have SIB to do a search to determine who is who. All right? Marvin, you let me down. You let me down. So I just want the people them to know how hard I'm working for y'all. Man, I'm working hard.
The PLP needs to reward you.
The PLP, the country.
You need to be rewarded.
I won't be a knight. Sir Rodney of Black Village. Because I'm working hard.
Yeah?
Isn't that powerful?
Wow.
Give me a bump for hard work.
Yeah,
This
you
is
should
powerful.
be rewarded.
Wow.
What's the word they use now when you assist somebody in the apartment? They should give you, what's the word I'm looking for?
Listen to me.
You
They should
should
leave
be-
me alone. Either the F&M leave me alone, or I will call on the backbench to overthrow them. Tomorrow, the campaign to remove Menace as leader of the party, because I have the evidence on the skullduggery. Lord, I thank you. When my first cousin
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March, where breaking news is taking place. I'm going to give out some phone cards. I ain't got much. If you know of all the dead people that Dr. Menace has appointed to these committees, they think I'm stupid, but I'm out to surprise them. All kind of dead people. Huh? All kind of dead people. Y'all got me mad. I live in. Menace gonna give me that. Because he know I'm alive. Goodness me. I am alive. Praise the Lord. And Menace giving dead people. Menace is so hateful. I would love to save my party, the F&M, my country, the Bahamas. But Menace is so hateful that before he appoints somebody who's alive, he appoints somebody who's dead. And if you all look through it, all kind of dead people, dead, bunch of scallywags.
So then, Mr. Monker, it just strengthens my argument
What argument?
that this is not an updated list.
It is an updated list.
All
Huh?
right, okay.
There are games. There's tricks. If, for instance, you put a dead person and little things must come, the living can collect it. Huh? Go to the Junkanoo Committee or go to the Junkanoo Board and see who all dead. Huh? Anyway, Mildred Brooks, your husband, Oscar, I give you a shout out. The Chief Inspector retired, Alonzo Pinder Sr. Listen, I'm honored to hear that after 40 years of service to the police, you are now in retirement and you are sitting at the front of the TV watching Freedom March. Listen, what kind of son is Alonzo Pinder Jr. is? Because I want to appoint him as the woman damn sugar with responsibility for Pine Ridge. Because after all, Reverend Michael Pine, he was named as chairman of the Hotel Corporation. And he wouldn't be able to do nothing for Pine Ridge because he can't recommend anybody for a hotel job because the F&M ain't built no hotel. So, poor Pinewood, poor Pine Ridge. Anybody on the phone? Hello? Welcome to Freedom March. Hello?
Hello,
Hi, what's on your mind?
Mr. Monker.
Yes.
This is one of the women them.
Oh, praise the Lord.
Mr. Monker.
Yes.
We are highly upset that you're not on any board. Which board you think you would have been best suited for?
Well, I think I could have been on all the boards that Menace put the dead people on. All right?
Uh-huh.
Take, for instance, there's at least 2 boards that they have dead people. I've decided I can hold that to see their lives.
That's me there.
But the board that I think I would have done well on would have been the Prerogative Board of Mercy. Me and Marvin could have then been carrying out hanging. And then the next one perhaps would have been the one that Mildred is on. Okay? Anyway.
Okay, sir.
You take
But
it.
we're advocating for you, for Mr. Minnis to change his mind and you be on one board.
Yeah, I should be on a board.
Yeah, you most definitely should.
Especially where he got all these dead people. All right? Why does F&M corrupt? They're corrupt.
But do you think this list is updated? How many dead people do you see on this list?
I have identified at least 2.
There you go, caller.
And I'm holding back. You see, I'm setting up the F&M. Watch what I'm doing. You say something, and you wait for them.
Okay, sir.
You take
But
it
you
care.
have a good day from the women named Sugar.
Okay. This is
Okay,
good.
bye-bye.
Welcome to Freedom March.
Good afternoon, Mr. Monker.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you today?
I am Rex.
Okay. Good afternoon, spiritual advisor.
Hey, how you doing?
Mr. Spiritual Advisor.
Hey.
I credit you to be a man of intelligence, right? Now, you're sitting here and you keep asking the question if this is an updated list.
I have to.
No, Mr. With all due respect to you, sir.
I have to.
I mean, come on. This list was just presented out from this list was put in the papers today, this list of statutory boards. This has to be an updated list. This just came from the Prime Minister, the person who appoints persons to these boards. Obviously, what has happened, they did not do due diligence.
Okay.
And yes, this has to be an updated list. It's no excuse for what has happened.
Okay.
Don't try to make excuses for them. Accept the fact of what it is. Now I'm looking at one of these boards, Mr. Monka.
Yes.
And I took particular interest in this National Junkanoo Committee for New Providence.
Oh, Jesus. You discovered a dead person?
Now, unless there's two persons with the same name, I won't call the person name, but if you look at under Section 75, National Junkanoo Committee in New Providence.
Go ahead, spiritual advisor, check.
Somebody just sent
Go and look down those names.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
see, Mr. Spiritual Advisor, I believe in being, like I say, I'm a person who's fair.
Let's be fair.
There could be somebody with the same name.
Right.
But unless there's two persons with the same name, a gentleman a name that I see on this list has been dead now for almost 2 years. I attended his funeral.
Right.
So unless somebody else has that same name,
Okay.
this would be somebody who is dead.
Somebody-
And like I said, obviously something they have not done due
Okay.
diligence.
Somebody just
If you check at number
You don't have to
75, National
volunteer
Junkanoo
no
Committee in
information.
New Providence.
No.
And
Yeah.
check through those names.
I think I understand where you're coming from. So
Okay, and
somebody
like I
just,
said, I'm not going to call the person's name. But
Right.
what I'm looking at right now, Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles, because these
yeah,
names
I
on
see
this
it
list.
too. I see it too. I
And
see it. Okay.
I know the gentleman's there because I attended his funeral.
Yes.
Okay?
You are correct. I see it.
I thank you. I
I
have to
see
take
it.
another call.
Mr. Monka, keep on doing what you're doing.
I
Speak
shall.
truth. God save the Queen.
God save the Queen. Next caller. Hello. Hello. Welcome to Freedom March. And next caller. Hello.
I'm trying to get to the spiritual advisor.
He's here.
Hey, good afternoon. How you doing?
Speak.
Yes. I like what that lady just said. We have a lot of names in the Bahamas that are the same name. Hunter would never be on one of these boards because he ain't safe. He's the one being safe.
Sorry? Who's that?
So ask him if he went and checked double about these names.
Listen to me. Brian Gibson is dead.
Yeah, but they can have another Brian Gibson.
Brian Gibson is
They can have
dead.
another Brian Gibson.
Anyway, you're making me sin and vex.
Yeah, you ain't got to send. You ain't safe.
Okay, then Nicky Joe Mama.
you
Next
always-
caller. He's on Save F&M. Hello. Next caller.
Hello.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Mr. Manka.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, reconciling. Good afternoon, spiritual advisor.
Hey,
Come on,
reconciler, what's
reconcile.
happening?
You got 3
Man, listen.
minutes.
What I'm hearing today is most upsetting to me
Okay.
because, look like Mr. Manka is on the ball. I don't know where he get it from. It ain't my business. But I'm sure glad as hell that he got this information.
Listen, all kind of dead people minutes promoted.
Because I have this part of the guiding right in my hand right now, but boards and committees 2017. I look at the name of the lady that you call that she is dead,
Yes.
And for my own protection, I'll say allegedly, but I do believe that, as Mr. Manka said, that she is indeed past God rest her soul.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is that something is definitely wrong here with this list. This list, anytime you put on a list, as important as boards and committee, a government list and agencies, it must be proof tested. Is that right, Mr. Manka?
Yeah,
My
you're
brother,
correct.
you're right. You're on the right track. I got to take another call, okay?
Wait, one more thing.
Go ahead, quickly.
The scholarship situation, Mr. Manka. I hear that the government has, you there?
I'm listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, the government has pulled that again. In 2009, under the former F&M government, they pulled it. They say, well, the new school, they promised that there'll be free scholarship for the University of the Bahamas.
My
now
God.
They pull this people who never owe the government nothing. They victimize everybody because a few people low.
It's time
I'm not
for a
saying
change.
they shouldn't pay. They should pay, but the F&M is heartless and cold to pull this scholarship.
They
This
got
must
creature
be
heart.
revisited. Have a good day.
Thank you. Talking about scholarship before I take the next call, Michael Fawkes, a decent man, he has been named to this board, and he can't give out no scholarship because
If you'd like to
Minister
make a call,
has
please hang up and
discontinued it. How Michael
is going to provide job for the people in Golden Gates when Menace is pussyfooting and naming dead people. Man, it's a jokey government. But I promise the FNM, I'm going to make y'all accountable. All these bunch of dead people. Say, Sidney Colley say there were 6,000 people applied. And look who all they chose. A bunch of dead people. Welcome to Freedom March. Welcome to Freedom March.
Hello, Mr. Moncur.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you?
I am vexed.
Good evening, spiritual advisor.
Hi, how you doing?
Okay. Now, I'm going to say something. I'm listening to the show.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm watching you guys. Mr. Moncur is on track. He produced evidence. It's all over the Facebook, social media. It's all in the newspaper. Okay? Those people are responsible people. SA, let me tell you something. Before these things are printed, so that means somebody in the FNM trying to cause the FNM to look bad, hijack them, because they have to be proofread before they print them. How you can have a dead man on there with dead 2 years ago, and a woman with this dead talking about on the board? This don't make no sense.
Listen to me. I know what the trick is, but I don't want to say it because, you know, it's FNM. Anyway, I thank you because I got 3 more caller.
Yes.
Okay. Welcome to Freedom March.
Hello?
Yes?
Hey, Rodney, this is Vin Gardner.
Hey, Vin. How you doing?
Yeah. Hey, Rodney, don't let them get away. Bite them if you only get bite them on the ears. Bite them on the ears.
Yes. Well, I got the death certificate. I'm going to post it on Facebook. And I'm going to call on minister to resign.
Yes.
Because all the FNM doing. You know how much dead people they got? All right? Anyway, take good care. This got to be Obia.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Freedom March. Hello? Speak to me. Speak to me one more time.
Hello?
Yes? Yes?
Hi,
Hi.
I am 8 years old.
Okay. What?
Hi, I'm 8 years old. I'm just calling to talk to you about the Prime Minister.
Okay, let me hear. What is it that you wish to say at 8 years?
How can you refer to me? How do you spell no?
Mill?
No, how do you spell no?
No. No.
NPO.
Oh, no.
How can you refer to me? How does the Prime Minister spell that?
The Prime Minister spelled no, NPO. But
Yes, but I don't understand. No is N-O.
no is NO. That is true. Who knows? Maybe the Prime Minister made a mistake. Or
So
maybe,
that is his way of saying no.
yes, that is his way. But pray for him.
And I think that it's dumb.
Wow.
Because I am a very smart girl and I get all A's, so I should know how to spell no, and the Prime Minister should know how to spell no.
That is true. Let's pray for him, okay?
Yes, sir.
You take good care, my dear.
Have a good evening.
Next caller. Welcome to Freedom March.
Good afternoon, Mr. Moncur,
Good afternoon, my dear.
and good afternoon to your spiritual advisor.
Hi, good afternoon. How you doing?
Mr. Moncur,
Yes.
I am a strong PLP, but spiritual advisor, he just want to make sure that you are going through the right route. He don't want you to get in any problem. So don't be hard on him. He's just looking out for you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yes, so don't be hard on him.
I won't
you
be
listen
hard.
to what he said. He's not going to tell you nothing wrong. 'Cause
Absolutely.
I'm a PLP.
Okay.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Mr. Moncur?
Okay.
God bless both of you.
God bless
Yes,
you.
ma'am. God bless you
Do I have
too.
another caller? Hello? Welcome to Freedom March. Breaking
Hello?
news. Yes, ma'am.
How are you today?
Listen, I'm vexed. Minister, instead of giving me one of them board appointments, all he's doing is appointing dead people.
Say good,
Huh? Speak to me.
say good afternoon to the spiritual advisor for me.
Yes, I'm here. Good afternoon. How you doing?
Okay, Mr. Moncur.
Yes?
I glad you find all the evidence on this FNM party, this government of the Bahamas now.
They can throw me out
Mr.
the party.
Moncur, only one thing I don't agree with.
Yes?
You should have waited on this, bring this information out after the first check was collected. I only wanted to know who put those dead people on this committee to collect all this money. That's what you should have done. Wait till the crook go there to collect the check and then cash it.
Well, I thought about that, But I said I had a duty to stop corruption at its front door. I wasn't going to let them get out.
But, Mr. Monker, now they're going to come up with some excuse.
Oh, yeah? I got more.
Yeah, please bring it all out, because I am waiting
I got more.
patiently. Because I can't eat now. They tell me when I go and ask something and I let them know I was one of the women them, they tell me it's the people's time. So I ask them, okay, it's the people's time, so what am I? Would you classify me as?
Don't worry, we soon match.
They throwing that in your face.
Yeah,
It's the people's time.
don't
but
mind
it ain't
them.
my time.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's horrible.
That's wrong. It shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
We are all
When they
Bahamians.
tell them I'm a PLP, one of the women now, oh,
Okay.
it's the people's time.
Oh.
Well, honey, I got to take another call. You stand
Okay,
strong.
Mr. Monk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be encouraged.
Welcome to Freedom March.
God save the Queen.
Oh, my brother, say it one more time. Say it again.
God save the Queen.
Because these Negroes are practicing corruption.
Good afternoon, Sir Rodney of Black Village.
Oh, hallelujah. Go ahead.
Mr. Manka,
Sir.
you warned the people some time ago, I think it was last week, about the churches having to verify.
Yes.
Nobody took note.
No.
Now the list is out.
Yeah.
Again, now you are on the cutting edge of breaking news.
Yes, indeed.
But I suspect, Sir Rodney, that by tomorrow morning at about 10 a.m., just how they say minutes didn't sign the letter
Yes.
that was sent to you,
Yes.
they will produce a Mildred for you.
Goodness of mercy. Mildred is dead.
Well, the one they can produce will be very much alive.
Born in 1937?
And your spiritual advisor will say to you, I told you so.
Wow. Well, I want to be wrong. I want a government that is not corrupt. I want to be wrong. All right? Anyway, I thank you.
Mr. Monka, just before you got a call?
Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Hello,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Monka?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I am just calling to confirm that Miss Mildred Williamson, she is dead. She is from my hometown, and I'm from Meguana, okay?
You know her.
Yes, I do. I went to Miss Williamson's funeral, so...
Hold on a second. As a justice of the peace, I'm empowered to ask certain questions. You did attend the funeral. Can you hear me?
Pardon me?
You did go to the funeral.
I went to the funeral, yes, I did.
Now listen to the next question. Did you view the body? Did you look at the body while laying in the casket?
Yes, sir, I did. Her funeral was at Cousin Maxie Chapel.
Man, don't talk no nonsense. And you attended the funeral. Well,
I'm telling you the truth.
under the law, all I need now is one more person to say it. I got the death certificate, and I got you. I thank you for confirming it for me, okay?
Okay, you take care.
God bless you. Welcome to Freedom March.
Good evening, Mr. Monka.
Sir, how are you?
Yeah, how you doing, sir? Mr. Spiritual Advisor.
How you doing? Everything okay?
Oh, good, man.
Great, great.
The little girl just called about saying about the NPO.
Yes.
Right.
The Prime Minister spelled no.
Yes.
Right.
That's really what you call a medical term for not by mouth.
Oh,
Okay.
It's a medical term.
Well, let's go through it. What N stand for?
It's abbreviation for not by mouth.
Well, just take the
And
state. How do you spell not by mouth?
NPO.
Yes, if you look it up on the medical terms, it means not by mouth. Because the lady was asking about what somebody reacted to, what someone was saying.
And he used a
the
medical
report,
term.
and he just said, listen to me, NPO.
Why was he
It
playing?
mean no, like, it just means just not by mouth.
He
Medical
knows
term.
the kind of society in which we live. Why is he
I
playing
don't know,
smart?
sir. But the other thing to do, Mr. Munker,
Goodness me. Yes?
you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. And may God bless you, man, because we need someone to be on the watchtower for us.
I thank you.
So to be watching out for what is right and what is wrong.
I thank you for
You
this
know?
kind.
And I'll just say
Yes.
one word before I go, sir.
Yes?
A leader only could carry as far as he has went himself.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Have a good day, sir.
God
Absolutely.
save the Queen. Do I have anybody else
That
on the
is
phone?
correct. I have something to read just on
Anybody else on the phone? Okay, spiritual
I just have
advisor.
something to read just on the tail end of what he said. I just want
Yeah.
to be fair as people send their texts. It says, I see the intellectual discourse that attempts to explain away the PM's error. Coming from the profession myself, there is no real way to explain his incorrect spelling of the word no. In the context in which it was used, he made a mistake. It was no joke. There was no medical connotation or twist. There was no jab above the normal being's understanding. It was a mistake. He is human. Right, we gotta admit that. HAM seems to become disconcerted when he is accosted by the press. When they ask questions, he would do better slow to respond than to be belligerent with the consequences of blurting whatever comes to his mouth, whatever comes first to his lips. HAI was not articulate, but he had a grip on issues. HAM simply needs to get a better handle on issues. His advisors need to break things down for him simple. Everyone does not have the same capacity to process things. Some of us, no matter how smart we are, we need simple language with practical examples. As he becomes more knowledgeable about issues, his reaction to the questions will change. That requires an openness to learning, a respect of criticism, and an understanding of a fiercely critical electorate. This is our country. We want no need our PM to be successful all around. Oh, that's
thank
interesting.
you.
That's interesting.
Breaking news taking place here on Freedom March. Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Hubert Alexander Minnis, has named at least 2 dead people to a number of government boards and committees. There are more. I call on the people them to get these gazetted information in the day's Guardian and Tribune and see who all is dead. All right? Sidney Colley, the chairman of the F&M, bragged that there was thousands waiting to be appointed to this committee. And my God, Sidney, you couldn't help to talk sense in his head and say, PM, name living people. I'm going to talk to Sidney's wife, Mavis Latusma, Mavis, Eske Sidney Kwe Naboka, Paske, Mapkwe, Dr. What Minnis' name is? Dr. Minnis?
Hubert.
Paske Mapkwe, Dr. Minnis, Kwe na Voodoo, Pukisa, Imete, Pep, Ki Muri, na Lisla. I believe, Mavis, this is obia. This is witchcraft. This is underhand's work. Why would an educated government led by educated men put on the list dead people? This must be witchcraft. This must be obia. This must be graveyard dirt. I don't want to believe in these things, but they can't fool me because these are educated Negroes. All true. A bunch of dead people. And you're all wrong here. Y'all can't trick me. Can't trick me. Because I start off believing that I'm living in a gangster society. I start off believing that. And based on that, I start looking for gangsterism. And when I come back, I'm going to talk about a woman who lives through Thompson Lane. She's a childhood friend of mine, and she is the wife of my best friend, Christopher Evans. Santi, Minnis is wrong. June, your wife should have been made chairman of the Bridge Authority. I tell you, Minnis them ain't gonna reward the woman them. So Salty, please forgive me. I have to talk about it. It's only my family that have been appointed that I ain't gonna talk about because I don't want no family row. Okay? But Joan has worked hard in Centerville. And my God, Joan is educated. Joan knows maths. Joan can count. She should have been chairman of the Bridge Authority so she could make some of this money. You ain't no Minnis, man. Minnis is nothing but a piggy teeth man, Toby. He's naming dead people to the list. But they can't fool me. They can't fool me because I'm going to fax them. This is Freedom March. I'll be right back.
Do you have something to say to the senator? Call Freedom March at 323-7775. Toll free from anywhere in the Bahamas at 242-300-0045. Freedom March with Rodney Monker, only on ILTV. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live on ILTV here in Nassau, Bahamas. My name is Rodney Monker. I'm joined in studio by my spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll. When we went to the adjournment, we were talking about breaking news taking place here, where the government of Prime Minister, what's the Prime Minister name?
Hubert Alexander
Minnis has published the various government boards, and we have been able to identify a number of dead people. You see, Minnis is not politically safe. Here is a man who is hunting the PLP over corruption and all kind of allegation. But he appointed former Senator Desmond Edwards. And those of you who are following politics will know that Desmond Edwards and the PLP Fort Charlotte candidate, what's his name, my spiritual advisor?
The Fort Charlotte
of the PLP. Alfred says they both are caught up in a controversy over some big monies with the Ministry of Tourism. But Minnis put Desmond. You know, I don't know what's going on, but that's what's going on. My spiritual advisor, I know you have some texts.
We have a lot of shout-outs to do, Mr.
Well,
Minister.
shout out,
Yeah,
but
people getting
they just
upset,
told
man.
me that there are phone calls.
So what you want to do first?
Let's take the phone call. Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Are you listening to me? Speak up. Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
We're not there.
Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Goodness me. Hello? Hello? Spiritual advisor retext.
All right. Well, let's do some shout-outs first. You have some sisters in Freeport. I want you to give a shout-out to them, okay? You got Jareen, Annalie, and Joyal.
Shout out to you, sisters.
And there's also Kim from NIB in Freeport.
All right.
Leslie and Melissa in Freeport.
Y'all are wonderful woman.
All right, and then you got all of your people here on Facebook. Wow. I have lost those names.
Just hold on a second, my spiritual advisor. Welcome to Freedom March, phone caller. Hello?
Hi, how you doing?
I am angry.
Okay, I tuned in a bit late. What do you think about Algernon Cargo?
Algernon Cargo?
The former director who was dismissed from the National Insurance.
NIB.
Well,
what do you think about him being the chairman of a board now?
Well, obviously, Minnis.
I'll hang up and listen.
Obviously, Minnis has no problem. Don't forget what kind of man Minnis is. When you are opposed to him, he can see your sins and your corruption. And when you support him, he ignores it. That's the best I can say. Do I have another caller? Welcome to Freedom March. Hello? Hello? Speak to me. Hello? Welcome to Freedom March.
Mr. Monker?
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I am calling about the lady Mildred Williamson.
Is she really dead?
I can assure you she's dead.
You been to the funeral?
Yes, sir. I attended her funeral. I've known her all of my life. We grew up together in Maguana. I've known her all of my life. She's dead. And if Mr. Minnis want to bring her back to life, I'm sure her children and her husband would be grateful. But she was a staunch PLP. I can tell you that.
She was
She's
PLP?
dead. Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right then, but I thank you.
So now definitely the listing up to date, right?
What you mean the lacing after that? You see all them PLP he got there?
Staunch
He has
PLP.
Linden then. Linden is half PLP. He got Miles LaRoda. Miles is half PLP.
Half PLP.
No, Miles is the whole PLP. Right? He got a lot of PLPs there.
All right.
All right? And as I allow you,
Yeah,
I
let me
just want-
finish. Let me finish. Give these shout outs to your
Go ahead,
people
go
on
quickly.
on Facebook page. You got Jennifer Johnson. Shout out to her. You got Natasha Scott. You got Mesca Hepburn. Shout out to her. Annalie Roker. You got Elsa Carter. You got Clark Shay Shay. You got Cleopatra Newton White. You got Jareen Vanae Morris. Dominic Hume. Shout out to Dominic Hume. You got Terrell Carroll. You got Jareen. Okay, I called it already. Shorty Roll. Shorty Roll. From Exuma. Shout out to Shorty. You got Miss Lee Bow. Wanda Bonamy. Annalie Roker. KJ Bahama. Ry Thompson. Brian A. Mackey. Florence Pratt Meyer. Gussie Jolly. Windsor Eliezer Bethel. Shout out to all these people. Patrice Roberts. You got Paris Sanders. Heidi Gooding. Natasha Scott. All these people. Kesh Morse. Kyle Wilson. These are your people who listen to you on a regular basis, Mr. Monica.
I salute all of you, my
Special
people.
shout out to all of them.
To the people of Saudi Lutra, Hank Johnson, your MP. He is now the chairman of the Road Traffic Authority. I just want you all to know what that means. So he is the new chairman, and I hope he is able to hire y'all, okay? Interestingly enough, Italia Johnson, ministers name her as chairman of the National Council on all the people. I don't know what that means, but I needed to say that. So what is interesting to note, that those committees that MPs should have been given, that would have assisted them in providing jobs. We are saying that people who didn't run for the House, they have been given those. I'll give you an example. The National Health Insurance Board, Anton Saunders, and he's been made chairman of that. The only reason why I'm not going to curse, because Hubert Ingram loves Anton. So I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to pretend like I have not seen that. And then Teresa Moxie, she has been made chairman of the National Training Agency. And you know what I think about Teresa? I really think she's not safe. Welcome to Freedom March. Hello? Hello? Hello, welcome to Freedom March. Are you there? Welcome to Freedom March. Are you there?
Hello, Mr. Monkai, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm angry.
And good evening to your spiritual advisor.
Good evening. How you doing?
Mr. Monka, I have a question for you.
Go ahead, my dear.
I want to, what they're talking about verifying for all these churches, what's the purpose for that?
The government has been told by foreign white people that many of these church organizations and other non-profit organizations must be raised to the level of the world. Doubt has arisen as to whether or not these churches are actually safe. They could be front for money laundering, terrorism, gangsterism, and so forth. So they are under pressure, and now they have scandalized the saints of the church. But thank God, the president of the Christian Council, Delton Fernando, has drawn a mark in the sand. And he's telling them that he is prepared to go to prison and start a prison ministry there. Meanwhile, Carl Bettel, who did not listen to me, I said to him, why don't you bring the Christian denomination together and explain to them what y'all are doing? But you know, ministers in them, they're arrogant. And when I tell you that a lot of these people ain't saved, they talk and profess Christianity, but by their fruits, we know that they're nothing but a bunch of scallywag. So the church, I had to alert the church. I had to alert the Rastafarian.
So,
go ahead. Go ahead. Talk to me.
So, Mr. Monica, tell me something. So that's mean when they produce a statement, they have to check into their accounts as well.
Well, obviously, that's what it means.
They're going to check their accounts, right?
Pardon? Say it again.
They're going to check their accounts for the monies and all that.
Yeah. Apparently so.
Financials, yes.
Don't forget what is taking place. Terrorism is going on, and minister ain't man enough to tell the world. See, if I was prime minister, I would tell the Americans and everybody else that this is a safe country, and I have confidence in the Christian church, and I was not going to disturb them. Anyway, I got to take another call.
Okay, then.
All right. Welcome to Freedom March. What's that?
Senator Monka.
God save the Queen. Yes.
I am one of the women them.
Oh, hallelujah.
How you doing,
Listen,
Sir Rodney Monka?
I'm angry with this wicked government.
Well, I am angry too.
We're going to have to march.
Yes, I'm ready to march. I'm in Freeport with my marching shoes on.
This is powerful.
Yes, your spiritual advisor.
Good afternoon. How you doing?
Spiritual advisor, you're not safe today.
I'm not safe.
No, because you know the leader of the women them in the Freedom March group, Jessica, her daughter has a birthday today, and you didn't give the shout out.
Well, the show isn't done as yet. Eh? We still got 15 more minutes.
Shout out now, my spiritual
Please
advisor.
do that shout out.
All right.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a nice day.
God save the Queen.
God save the Queen. This is powerful.
I'll have to go and find the communication. Go ahead, Mr. Monka.
Well, Jessica,
yeah, shout out to her daughter,
I
Mr. Monka.
met your daughter.
Right.
And I was blessed to meet her. I recognized what a smart young lady she is, and I was proud to know that you are a Monka. So I had to assume, please forgive me, that her intelligence would have had to come from you and her father. So I want to salute the young lady. I have forgotten her name, please forgive me, but I did meet her yesterday.
I'm trying to find her name
and
now.
My spiritual advisor is searching it. So happy birthday, my dear. You was 11 yesterday. Welcome to being 12 today. It's powerful.
Jessica, send me the name, please. We have some text we have to read, Mr.
Read
Monka.
text.
Good afternoon, Mr. Monka. The MP for Saudi Lutra, Hank Johnson, was involved in an altercation at the local fish fry. He threatened a few government workers, telling them that he will fire them, and one of the women's boyfriend defended her, and they got into a fight.
Oh, no fight.
He went off using obscene language as well. How can ministers have someone with this kind of behavior representing the Central and South Lutra district?
Well, the first thing I want to say is avoid physical altercation with members of parliament. Try not to fight him. Try to avoid him and call the police for him. Okay? Don't fight with the representatives of the people.
All right.
Don't fight with senators and MPs. Okay? They are the representative of the people. But you could report them because they're not above the law. Okay.
Good day, Senator and Spiritual Advisor. I almost got in an accident today. I was trying to get home to watch you. You are the best show. Keep up the good work. Oh, well, tell them, Mr. Monkey, you don't want them to get no accident.
Oh, no accident.
To get to watch you.
No accident.
Good afternoon, Mr. Monco. What will be the purpose of using persons who have died names on those boards? NPO means nothing by mouth, but how does that mean no?
I am a superstitious Negro. I believe that a lot of the political leaders believe in underhand work. I sincerely believe that. I'm a Christian, but I believe that. I believe that many of them believe in practicing obeah and witchcraft. To test it, the next time you attend a funeral service, watch some of them in the graveyard. They ain't fooling me. They're waking up here. I just watch them.
Okay.
All right? So I believe the F&M has put these dead people on because they're practicing witchcraft. I believe it. You may say I'm stupid, but you don't have my cultural experience, and you don't know my background. And when I see them, I'm very superstitious. I believe they're waking up here. That's what I believe. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's happy birthday to Kiona Ferguson.
Kiona Ferguson.
From Freedom March.
No, you have to say Kiona Monka Ferguson.
Well, okay, Kiona
Monka. Amasa Monka.
Okay.
Well, I claim her.
Okay.
Kiona Monka Ferguson.
Kiona Ferguson. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
All right.
And may God bless you.
Good day, Mr. Monica. The man them in Bryland saying they don't have any work, but the Haitian men them got all the work. I mean, is it really the people's time? But for who people?
Well, are you sure you want to work? We have to make sure that the Haitians do get some of the work. Because, they're my people. But I also want y'all to have some work. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to speak to the Haitians in Harbour Island. Pep Moyo, le ou jwen travail pour nous, ma besoin nous pour aller anglais. Dis anglais, ou jwen travail pour nous ak anglais. Parce que ma pas besoin anglais pour gelo. I told them.
Good afternoon, Mr. Monica. You're a smart man. You're making everybody proud, sir. Keep up the good work. They're stroking your ego.
But I need my ego to be stroked. I'm a poor man. Stroke my ego. That will take you far.
Hello, spiritual advisor. Please tell Mr. Monica to stop with the witch hunt. We love him, but he sounds like a crazy man. Mr. Monica's a very intelligent man, mind you, but he really behaving ridiculously today. Signed, one of the woman them in Freeport. Oh, wow.
Sister.
That's interesting.
In Freeport. Do you not know what the FNM is doing? They are rigging the boards. They're putting dead people. They're going to come back with an explanation. They're going to say, it was a mistake, but that ain't true. What they don't know, I have my inside people. Because the people them are tired. All them live people in Bain Town that Menace promised he was going to do something for. And you go and find dead people? Dead people. Gotta be witchcraft. Y'all think I foolish, I am a Negro. And on my Negro side of my ancestry, I have been told to watch out for underhand work. And I want y'all to know that I believe it, notwithstanding my limited education. I still believe in my cultural ancestry. Y'all ain't gonna fool me. Bunch of workers of the devil practicing witchcraft and obeah.
Let me see how much I can get through. Somebody sent you a text to say that NPO means the Nassau Pussyfooting Organization.
Wow, it's powerful. NPO.
Yeah, I figure you would think that's powerful.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have read that. Anyhow.
My spiritual advisor, you went to St. Augustine.
I'm only kidding.
Hold on a second. Let me teach you. You went to St. Augustine. The Bahamas is a former colony of Great Britain. We speak English. Pussy is not an obscenity.
I'm not talking about that.
Right?
I'm talking about how.
It's a cat.
Yes, yes, of course.
My heart is pure.
No problem. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Right?
Let me finish reading these texts.
You know how many cats I have?
Yeah.
Huh? My cat. The woman them.
You're playing cats.
I have a cat.
So
that I call
what
Pussy.
am I supposed to say? You have a lot of
And I used to do security work. And when I showed up, the man cursed. He wanted to know why I bought a cat. I said, this cat is trained to attack. He didn't believe it. And I said, Percy, attack him. And the cat almost grabbed out his eye. And I got the job.
Okay.
I walked round and round the building with a cat. And I kept away all the people there.
Okay, somebody says that the Junkanoo man is dead. Hubert Menace appoints a dead man.
It's like if you're afraid of the word pussy.
I'm not.
Goodness me.
No, Mr. Monica. I know how the English use the word. Yes, there's no problem.
It's pussy fat.
Okay, no problem.
Goodness of my sea. Y'all people ain't saved, man.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Hubert Menace appoints a dead man to a board. Here's the laughter. The FNM government appointed a dead man to the National Junkanoo Association. The late Brian Gibson, a.k.a. Baldy, has been dead for about 2 years now. My goodness, you mean Dr. NPO is that much out of touch with reality? Okay, here's...
That's a joke. There's a bombshell of a couple other dead people. I don't want to say it. The country is small, you know? And people can get mad with me. And I'm sick. And I can't carry on too bad because I need the government pills. And then I don't want Dwayne Sands to get mad because he's my doctor.
Good afternoon, Mr. Monica.
All right.
I want to know why is it that the F&M party really terminated everyone from the community centers? They said, take the job. Sorry. Good afternoon, Mr. Monica. I want to know why is it the F&M party really terminated everyone from the community centers? They said, take the jobs. There will be no more victimization, but it come like some of us pick our own position. This text keep coming up. Your spiritual advisor is not safe. You need to fax him up and out. That person keep sending.
Tell them I have your cell number.
He seems to take everything as a joke. There we go, Mr. Monica. This is very sad. This is why we elected MPs for a pound of fleshy to satisfy a few persons. If this is what good governance is, we are certainly in trouble. They are truly King George III Negroes, Mr. Monica.
Wow.
All the gains we made as a country, they flush it away. Wow, wow, wow. Have a great weekend, Mr. Monica. That seems like that's an old text, though. Okay, here we go.
Got more text, my spiritual advisor?
Yeah, I got a few more.
I've not been able to look at Candia National Review. I've not. But I can look at some of this tomorrow. Because Candia is obviously waiting for Marvin. All right? And perhaps tomorrow, I've received a signal today that the backbenchers may very well be ready to revolt against Dr. Minnis. So, I'm trying to get more information. Because the same way I played a major role in having Dr. Minnis move as leader of the opposition, I've received a coded message that the time is now right to move Minnis. So, I have to make up my mind who in the F&M is to replace him. Because I have been told that additional information will be supplied to me so that I can show the people them what all wickedness the F&M is doing. But all kind of dead people.
I got a text here. Interesting
All
text.
kind. See? See the death certificate? I can't afford. This costs $10 just for the small copy. All right? But all kind of dead people. So I want to do a little reward for you now. Look through the list and find me more dead people. I may give you all a couple of dollars. But you can't tell me the person dead. You either got to produce death certificate or obituary. Okay? Because the F&M is naming dead people. Minnis, you all can't put this on me.
Got a couple more texts before
Okay?
time runs
Go
out.
ahead, my spiritual advisor.
Good day, Mr. Monica and Mr. S.A. It looks like Atlantis is watching Bahama very carefully from the comments they made in the news today. This is because they don't want Bahama to underprice them and take their guests in their business. Two big mega resorts on this one island is not a good thing. Who was thinking? What happens when the tourism season is slow in February to September? That's an interesting observation.
Bahama is going to fly Chinese tourists into the country. No Chinese was planning to go on Paradise Island. All right? You're trying to get Minnis to sabotage Bahama. But I want Minnis to know that Bahama is owned by the government of the People's Republic of China. And I want Minnis to also know that every day the People's Liberation Army of China is listening to Freedom March. So be careful. All right? This is no time to mess around.
Breaking news. Apparently, the PHA cleaning contract of the lady who accused Frank Smith of extortion is up for renewal, and reliable information coming into our possession revealed that Health Minister Dr. Dwayne Sands contacted Ms. Hannah, the contractor, pressing her to accuse Frank Smith of extortion.
Oh, no.
Yeah. we can't
stop
read that. Yeah, we can't
Dwayne
read that.
Sands is an honorable man. He's my doctor. And he's in charge of my heart and my prostate. He would never do that, okay?
Yeah, we
Y'all
can't read
stop
that.
sending propaganda
Get in
about my
trouble-
doctor.
Get in trouble with the court, too.
Now, I'm not talking about that. I have the laid hand on the table, all right? And only him I can trust to wake me up. You follow? Dwayne, I'm sorry we let that slip through, eh? Use my doctor, and I still feeling sick. All right?
Last
Being
one.
safe.
Good afternoon. When are we going to get past politics and do what's best for the country? Spiritual advisor, don't worry about what these ladies are saying because there's no one in the Bahamas more biased than Rodney Monka. The only woman them he have a cloak in the PLP woman them. I bet if he switched on the PLP, he would see how much of them really love him.
I skies on the PLP now. I just accused the PLP of not allowing Damien Gomez to prosecute Dr. Menace. You see how I forced Minister abandon the contract? I force him! And there's some more sense, political sense. Tomorrow, we'll come back to look at the list. We'll look at the list tomorrow. There's some more things. And I got some more death certificates I'm looking for. Because most of them people dead. I asked Minister to produce all who are alive. Bunch of dead people they promoted, which in the main self. Name living people. Freedom March.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.